Hi guys. So I'm really hoping that this isn't going to be like one of those videos that I have like 15 interruptions to. Um yeah. Anyway, I started this already. I was talking about the fact that today is the 12th of March. The full moon lunar eclipse is like the 14th. I think it's late day, 14th, 15th. It's like Friday, Saturday. Depending on where you are, obviously. And it's in Virgo. Um, For me, it's friends, hopes, dreams, and pleasure. It's a good place to have a full moon. Anyway, if you want to know how it affects you, you can run your own chart. No. I have four-legged critters that are demanding attention. I'm making a scene. Oh. Okay, runes. Hold the runes. The runes. Okay, it was Taurus. The Roman letter V and a what do you call it? A rune. B is strength, vitality, progress, prosperity, wealth, abundance, harmony, balance, stability. Number 4, building strong foundations. Absolutely beautiful energy. Then we have Taurus, which is strong, dependable, sensual, creative, earth, pink, second, and negative. And then we have a rune, Wunjo. Peace, comfort, harmony, prosperity, reward, success. You do not need anybody. Peace, pleasure, self-worth, joy, and serenity. Happy results, harmony, and prosperity. Yeah. All very positive, uplifting, strong runes. Let's see. So Venus is retrograde. Venus is what we love. Mercury's getting ready to go retrograde, which Mercury can cause problems with communication, misunderstandings with communication. You get a lot of wrong phone calls. You know, is Joe there? I don't know who Joe is. Oh, okay, sorry. You'll get, miscommunications. Maybe you'll say something to somebody and they take it totally different than you actually meant it, or vice versa. Somebody says something to you and you take it completely different than it actually. But both of them make sense, right? Yeah. Then we have the full moon, which is Friday. It's like 2 days from now, maybe 3. So you might already start feeling it. And it's a lunar eclipse, which is a door closing. And then in the end of March, the 29th, I think, we have a full moon in Aries with a solar eclipse, which is a door opening. So you'll have a period of about 2 weeks of nothingness, which I call it, nothingness. Well, it's kind of like, I mean, new moons are when you want to start something. Like if you've, wanted to start a business, a new moon is the perfect time to start that business. Not when the Mercury is retrograde though. So if you want to start a business and you want to start it like now, do it. Do it today or tomorrow. You don't want to wait until Mercury is retrograde. Mercury's going to go retrograde like the 15th. So this weekend. So if you have plans to like launch a new business on Monday, bad idea. You want to do it on Friday. What else? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't want to say it's all good or it's all bad because it's kind of a mix of both. We got some good stuff going on and we got some bad stuff going on. Which, by the way, Mozambique. 3 cyclones. They're now going through another one. So prayers, meditations. I heard Pam Gregory was talking about it on her astrology podcast, and I didn't even know that it was happening. And she was saying that there's a lot of prayers and meditation circles that are happening to help alleviate what they're going through. They're really having a hard time. So if you want to join in, definitely do. Situation. The present. For whoever this reading is for, it's a collective reading, by the way. In case you don't know what a collective reading is, it's for a group of people, an energy group. And I don't pick my readings. I am a conduit. Spirit gives it to me. I spit it out. Okay. No fulfillment is the present. It's the center card. Somebody has not experienced any fulfillment in some situation. On the bottom of the deck, we got Queen of Cups. We got wishes and desires. We got the Devil. And we got the Queen of Swords. Somebody wishes evil on a Queen of Swords. That is exactly... Somebody wishes evil on a Queen of Swords. Wishes and desires. The Devil, evil. Queen of Swords. I get it though. I identify as the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords can be pretty freaking brutal. She really can. She can be pretty brutal. If you don't have a good firm confidence, if you are not centered within yourself, if you take things personally, if you are a slacker, yeah, the Queen of Swords can really get on your nerves. Anyway, and no burdens. So I right off the bat, I'm getting the feeling this is attack energy. This is somebody who wants, somebody who wants bad things to happen to a Queen of Swords. We've been listening to it for months now. Still, it's here again. It goes away for a while, and then it comes back. And then it goes away for a little while, and then it comes back. Well, it's here. Challenge. No teamwork or planning. So that means that somebody is planning. Yes, somebody is planning. What are they planning? No offer of money. Page of Swords. A young man who's rather impatient. And no clarity. No leadership. Okay, so this is actually the flip. The flip. There is planning. There is leadership. There is impatience. There is an offer of money. Yes. Okay. So, yeah. This is all this looks like the challenge is saying that none of these things are happening, but it's a challenge because none of these things are happening to this person. Yeah. So this person is supposed to experience financial problems. They're supposed to experience immaturity, impatience. I don't know. Annoying people. They're supposed to experience lies, being in a fog, not being clear. That's another thing that they wanted them to experience. And they're not experiencing any of these things. So, and because the devil card's here, I'm going to say that this is somebody who is playing with some force of divination, not divination, spell work, yeah, spell work, even if it's not candle magic or actual spells or, you know, herb spells or jar spells where they stick you in the freezer and, you know, do all those things. Even if it isn't that, it's somebody who has some serious emotional, like, stuff. They have emotional stuff going on. And they're manifesting through their emotions, through their negative emotions, which is never a good place to go. Okay, so cat, a two-faced friend. It's a horrible card too, by the way. Bird, news is on the way. Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So I'm not really sure who we're reading here. But if it's the attack energy I'm thinking of, it's a male that usually identifies or comes up as a King of Wands in the reverse. Oh, it's not. Wow. Okay, what is it? A female? Female energy. It's a female energy. It's a female energy who is after another female. So it's a female, okay. So it's a female energy that hates another female. That's what it is. Unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Egg, success assured with good plans and hard work. Ant, work, achievement, and success. Are we talking about the Queen of Swords work? Yes. Okay. So yeah, the unsettled times, need to plan ahead. The egg, which is success assured with good plans and hard work. And the work, achievement, and success is all coming from the attacked or attack-e. Attack-e, which is the Queen of Swords. That's the person that somebody doesn't like and can't stand and wants to take down. The past. No happy family. Not time to be starting anything. A King of Swords in the reverse, which is a big fat liar. Marriage. And a Knight of Cups. So, clarifying no happy family. Magician is somebody who doesn't have what they need. The King of Swords is somebody typically who's a liar. Marriage is about marriage or happy home. Happy home. Happy home. Happy home life. And no long distance communication. Okay? So I guess it's somebody that had a relationship, then didn't have a relationship. Yes. Mice, discord among family and friends. Frying pan, trouble, accusations. Candle, you will be shown the way. Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. Yeah, so that's happy home, not marriage. Sorry. So somebody didn't have a happy family, didn't have what they needed. They were lying, cheating, stealing, maybe. Definitely lying. Lying, cheating, stealing. Happy home, no communication. Okay. Goals and what we're working towards. No opposition. No obstacles. No barriers. Be carefree, go with the flow. The Star, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, and a Page of Pentacles in the upright. So this is somebody who, well, this person, whoever we're reading, this girl, is, her goal is to affect somebody's finances. Competition, possibly. Competition, yeah. Stop somebody. Maybe they're in the same business. Are they in the same business? Oh no. So this actually is somebody that just has a grudge. Revenge, grudge. Yeah, and is doing spell work. Okay. And the working with hands, that is spell work? That is working. Okay. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's trying to affect somebody's money. It is somebody who is fairly well known. Maybe not, you know, big well known, but they have a presence. And they're trying to affect their working with hands in some way. What is unknown or hidden? Don't accept. No long-term focus. No new beginning in love. Lying, cheating, stealing, and the Nine of Pentacles. So this again, it's somebody that, it's basically the same thing. They don't want this person to get ahead financially, work-wise. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Lying, cheating, stealing, new beginning in love, a short-term focus, Nine of Pentacles. They want what you've got. Opportunities are waiting for you. They want what you've got. They want what you have. Yes. So they're trying to collect on something you are supposed to be getting, or are getting. They don't think you deserve it. They don't think you have what it takes to... They don't think you have what it takes. They don't think that you should get this because they think you're a horrible person. Victory in some endeavor. Yeah. They want to stop you from receiving something. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. They want that opportunity. Whatever the opportunity is that's coming to you, they want it. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. So there's some offer that's coming in. And they're trying to stop that offer from happening for you. And they're going to take it. In the near future. Now, before I go too far, I just want to say, because I think it's important that people understand this. These attack energies, this is many people. Okay? It's not just one person. And it can come from any source. So it can be a friend. It can be an acquaintance. It can be somebody you don't even know that's just jealous of you and they want to cause problems in your life. It can be a group of people. Again, that you know or you don't know. It could be a friend of a friend. It could be the state. It could be a workplace. It could be somebody that you work with. It could be a government office. It could be a business office. It could be, regulations, state regulations. It could be government. It could be another country. It could, you know what I mean? So think on multiple scales. And I see this same basic scenario playing out. And this is why we see this so much, because it's playing out over and over and over. We are in a spiritual war. This is a spiritual war thing. This is evil against, I don't really want to use the word good, but spiritual, maybe. It's people who want to destroy and people who want to empower and build. And they're all at odds. If you haven't noticed, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Some people call it political party versus political party. Some people call it race versus race. Some people call it, I don't know, fat versus skinny. Some people call it, this religion versus this religion, but it's all the same thing. It's all disguised. It's the same energy disguised as something else. No focus. Now this is either options. This is illusions, I think. Illusions. Yeah. So, illusions. King of Cups. And an Ace of Cups, which is new love. And defending something. So this is somebody. Oh. Now, this is an attempt to throw off somebody. Okay. So somebody is going to come into your reality. Somebody new. Somebody that you have not met. Somebody who is very kind, compassionate, loving, caring, potentially a water sign. Could be, doesn't have to be. And there is going to be, it's somebody from your past. It's either they're trying to distract you from noticing when this person comes in, or they're trying to create an illusion. So is it distraction? Yeah, it's a distraction. Okay, so they're trying to distract you with chaos, with fighting, with this. Being defensive, feeling like you need to be on the defensive. I didn't pull any T's on that, but I don't know that I need to. Do I need to? Do I need to? Oh, I did. Okay. So I'm going to go back. Sorry. Working with hands. This is the star, carefree, go with the flow, and they're targeting finances. Targeting your ability to the energy is targeting your ability. The goal for this energy, okay, is to target your ability to pay your bills, to make money. That is the energy. And maybe since I've said that, it will click what I'm talking about on multiple levels. This could be on any level. Okay, somebody is trying to affect how you function, how much money is coming into your household, how much money is going out of your household, how much, you know what I mean? That is the energy that we're talking about here. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. And they're trying to do it for like generations, like multiple generations. It's not just one thing. It's not just one March. So something pretty heavy is going to happen in March on this energy. Yes. Getting together with friends. A chain of events that will affect your life. Control your anger or you will be sorry. So, guys, this really, I'm not really sure that this doesn't affect pretty much the mass majority of people. Just so you know. It could be a lot of different energies that are affected by this. Okay. But a lot of times, when I'm reading it, it seems like it's one person and it's happening to another person. It's one person or a group of people, and they are affecting some other person or some other group. That'll leave you thinking for a while. Okay, so the goal in the near future, there's going to be illusions. There's going to be illusions by a King of Cups, who is typically a very compassionate, loving, kind person, and they are very loving. No focus. Time to get out of a situation. Funnel. Period of frustration. Lessons to be learned. You know, it just went through my head right at that moment. I don't even know if I should say it. Stock market. That right there is screaming stock market. Time to get out of it. Period of frustration. Lessons to be learned. Illusions. Do not focus. Or no focus. Somebody's trying to stop you from focusing on something. Or put an illusion in front of your focus. The King of Cups, typically a masculine energy, but not necessarily. There is love, but it is defending something. There's a defensive stance here, or a fighting stance. Somebody is defending something. Lobster, financial pinch. It's screaming stock market. What I hear is stock market. Cup, you should accept valid criticism. Wind chimes, peace and harmony. Peace and harmony because there won't be anything happening. Yes. Peace and harmony because it's going to be quiet. Okay, what to do? King of Pentacles in reverse. The words was be careful of greed. Be careful of greed. Yes. Could be a greedy person, which I just pulled up. The King of Wands came up in the upright though. Lack of ideas. Something about no budgeting. Oh, is this King of Wands or is this motivation? Motivation, lack of ideas. Reflecting on the past. Yeah. I'm looking back. Sorry, I probably should have told you that before. I was looking back from a slightly different perspective. Yeah, so don't accept. I'm not sure not sure what this is talking about. It is about finances. It's about not accepting something. Not accepting, and it's short-term focus. Something, nothing new. Something that isn't new. Lying, cheating, stealing. And well, somebody is becoming wealthy. Okay. So somebody here, what's going on here? This is the don't accept or hidden. What's hidden? There's something about money. And I don't, they're lying about money. They're lying. There is something that is being lied about. Is it the length of time? Oh, okay. So the length of time, there's short-term focus here. So, and I've been hearing that. I've been hearing something about time. You know, we have a little bit of an adjustment period. Things have to adjust. I think that's what this is talking about, and it's saying don't buy that. Do not buy that. It's a lie, and it is actually. There are people making money. There are people who are doing very well. There are people who are doing very well. Victory in some endeavor, someone trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Opportunities are waiting for you. So there's some financial lie and something to do with a new beginning and being self-sufficient. Self-sufficient. You being self-sufficient. About self-sufficient. Yes. So it's about you being self-sufficient. You can be self-sufficient. Regardless of what's going on regardless of what's going on in society, in the economy, is this back to basics? Back to basics. Okay. Back to basics, guys. It's talking about don't accept the story that you're being told about the economy. It's a lie. All you need to do is adjust and get back to the basics. Adjusting would be if you have a internet service that's costing you $200 a month, find one that's cheaper. Oh, freaking flocking flukin'. So I walk, right? And I've been noticing, like, as I'm walking, because I hear all this stuff about, finances and things about, the economy and being able to afford things and people being upset about that and just, the stress and the issues. Anyway, I notice that there are many people who have trash service with a specific company. When I left the company, I got rid of the service completely, actually. I think worked something else out. when I left the service, it was $160 a month, and it was getting ready to go up again to like $180 a month. And I canceled it. I said, there is no way in hell. And I've said this in my readings before. If you are willing to pay $1,500 for a phone, that's how much phones are going to cost. If you're willing to pay, $200 a month for internet, that's how much internet's going to cost. You have to be willing to not take it. You have to be willing to say no. You have to tell these greedy companies to back the hell off. Cable TV was running $200 to $250 a month. Most people have canceled it. They don't even watch it anymore. Well, now they're making it so that internet is that amount. Are you going to pay it? Probably. You have to be willing to shut it off. Everybody has to be willing to shut it off. Or find an alternative. Even if it's not as effective or it's not as, fast or whatever. Get back to the basics. People, average Joes like you and I, every single day, we're the ones that control this stuff. You don't understand. A company cannot charge you $200 a month for a product. If they don't have any customers, they're not going to stay at $200 a month. You are the customer. You are the one that is leading this charade. If you continue to pay for it, then yes, that's how much it's going to cost. So you have to decide. Anyway, on my walks, I notice how many people go with the number one most expensive company. I want to knock on people's doors and say, are you rich? What are you doing? Why are you paying the most expensive service? Why do you pay for the most expensive service? What are you getting from the most expensive service that you're not getting from the cheapest service? What is it? I'd like to know because I might want it. No, I don't want it. What do you get from your $1,500 iPhone, which I noticed that the new iPhones that just came out, they're only $800 this time. What do you get from your $800 iPhone that I don't get from my $60 Android? What do you get? I've asked people this question before. Oh, we get the family plan. So you still spend more than I do, by far. Anyway, I want to go around my neighborhood, knock on their door, and ask them, why do you pay for the most expensive service? I am talking about trash, okay? Just so you know. We have probably 5 or 6 different trash companies that come to my neighborhood weekly. But there's a lot of people out there that pay for the top, most expensive trash service out of everybody. Do they not know that they're paying like double and maybe even triple what they have to pay? Do they even care? I hear a lot of people screaming and crying about the fact that they can't afford anything. Now, that is not a dig on those people. I understand rents have gone ridiculous. And I'll tell you, these greedy people, yeah, these greedy people, and they're going to get karma. Just so you know, they will get karma. You cannot be as greedy as some of these people are and get away with it. They will get karma. Anyway, you've got to take the time to call around and find out if there is another service that you could get that is cheaper. And you have to do it now. If you have to take a half a day off of work just to get your finances organized, just to get things figured out, sit down and figure out how much it costs you for childcare. I heard childcare is about $20,000 a year. That is ridiculous. Look at me getting all pissy. That's ridiculous. If you're not making $70,000 a year, $20,000 a year for childcare is not worth it. You have car, you have insurance, you have gas, you have the time that it takes to take the kids, pick them up, so on and so forth. Any other expenses that comes in, you need to make sure that that job you're working pays you more than you're paying for daycare. Because there's a whole lot of people out there that are working a job just to pay for daycare. And they might not even be able to pay for it. And at that point, you have to ask, why am I working? Smarter, not harder. Smarter, not harder. I see all these people on these videos saying I'm working 3 and 4 jobs. I don't get any sleep. That's harder. How many things in your life do you have that you don't need? How many things are you paying for that you do not need? Sorry. But seriously, how many things do you have that you don't need? Get back to the basics. I see people screaming and hollering about bills with $100 set of nails on, or talking about the grocery run that they just made and there's a 12-pack of, or a case of soda, which A, is going to rot your guts out, and B, is costing you more than you probably make in an hour. Figure out how much you make in an hour and start looking at things in an hourly capacity. Is this thing right here worth an hour of my time? Yes, there is tons of greed. Yes, we have a problem with some things, but we are creating the problem because we are continuing to pay for them. Somebody who is taking out credit cards to maintain their lifestyle has a problem. Yeah. And there's a lot of ways that you can minimize the cost of things. If you will adjust your thinking. Stop competing with other people. Stop allowing your ego to run the show. You can get through a whole lot of stuff. You can minimize can minimize the amount of money that it requires to pay out. I think, somewhere in the school system, they stopped teaching people how to budget. Okay? It's really simple. If you have $500 a month for your bills, you have to find rent, utilities, cable, phone, and car expenses for less than $500 a month combined. That's all there is to it. It's just that simple. And if you're spending $1,000 or $1,500, then you're going to be stressed. You're going to be in trouble. You're going to be using credit in order to pay these things, and you're dealing with greedy people. Don't deal with greedy people. Not everybody is greedy. That is a lie. That is a lie. Not everybody is greedy. Shop for bargains. Look for better pricing. Cut out anything that is not a necessity. I mean, if you're in a place where you are about to, lose your home, lose your living space, then you've got to figure out what to do. And going out and buying steak and shrimp, or going out for a steak and shrimp dinner on Friday night is not the thing to do. Tell your friends, I'm broke. I'm trying to figure out how to survive. That's what you do. You get your ego out of the way, and you get down to basics. You get down to what you can afford. And right now, you probably can't afford anything as far as luxuries. Nails. I don't know, hair care products. Figure out how to go natural. Figure out how to eat less. During those periods of times when you are struggling to survive, that's a really good time to work on your diet. It's a good time to work out. It's a good time to focus on getting enough sleep. Doing things for yourself. Not going out to the bar or going to Happy Land to ride the Ferris wheel over the weekend. You can live without Happy Land. You can't live without, water or food. Not for very long anyway. You know what I mean? That's what this is talking about. This is talking about the problems that are going on. This is talking about, and it is actually one girl versus another girl. And there is attack energy in here. But that is part of the attack. You understand that. You understand that, right? You understand that the attack energy is on your money, on your finances. You're being attacked through your money. It's not like, I hear a lot of people say, the economy. No, it's a direct attack on you. Take it personal. It is about you. You are being attacked. When you can't live, when you can't live well, without stress, without losing everything, without crying yourself to sleep at night, you're being attacked. And I think people know that. But they don't know that. They don't understand it. They do. They think it's circumstantial. No, it's not. It's personal. Ear. Good news. Younger woman. Dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Marriage. Star. Guaranteed success. Temptation will test you. Get back to basics, you guys. Get back to basics. Outside influences. Judgment. No judgment. A slow time. A new beginning. No stress, no worry. And not moving forward. Something about being stuck. Something about being stuck. Like stuck. Like, we can't fix this. Yeah. Something is happening right now that is a big fat lie. I'm not sure what it is yet. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Compliments from an admirer. Hard work ahead. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Broom. New home, new attitude. That came up on new beginning. So there's some new beginning that should be happening, should be coming through, but isn't. Something is stuck. So and the reason that it's stuck is a lie. Yes. There's something that's stuck. Is it the economy? No. Is it something in the economy? Is it rents? Yeah. Rents are greed. Rents are greed. That might be, that's actually what they're referring to. The greed in the rents. There's no reason for it to be that high. Good news. Dealings or relationships with a younger. Marriage, guaranteed success. Temptation will test you. Star. Looking at the past. Find another way. Find another solution. a solution to whatever it is that is attacking you currently. Find a solution to that. Step into a leadership role and find a solution to that problem. I don't know what that is. I don't know, but let's say it's smarter, not harder. I hear smarter, not harder. Don't get another job. Don't get a fourth job. Don't get a fifth job. Don't, smarter, not harder. Smarter, not harder. Hopes and fears. Ship's not coming in. Your ship's not coming in. And this is a female energy. So it's a female energy that is creating the problem. Yeah, it's a female energy that is creating the problem. Whoever this is for, do not accept. Don't accept. So this actually might be okay. So going back to what is hidden, what is not seen, what is hidden. It's basically saying, do not accept that there is no solution or that you can't get ahead in this economy. Don't, or in these times, correct? Yes. Don't accept the financial limitations that they're putting on you. And I honestly believe that this part of it is all about what's going on inside your head, what's going on in your mind. If you're listening to the news and they're saying there is an economic problem, there is a problem with this, there's a problem with that, our economy is doing this, our economy is doing that, and you believe that you cannot get anywhere because of what you're hearing, you won't get anywhere. You will not get anywhere. You have to stop listening to what they want you to focus on. You have to stop. You have to start looking at it as though nobody has control over your life but you. You are the one that controls what happens in your life. And I'm not saying this is going to happen overnight. Although, I think probably if you stop focusing on what they're telling you and start focusing on what you can do, things will get much better, much faster. That attack energy will start losing. But I think for this particular reading, the key here is to let you know you're more powerful than you realize. You have the ability to run your life like a boss. You can do it very well. Stay out of these greedy traps. You may have to work a little harder to find a company that isn't going to charge you greed money. But you know what? That's exactly what they're talking about. That's exactly what they're talking about. They're talking about the lie. The lie is tariffs, or the lie is higher expenses. The lie is this thing has increased. Here's a good one for you. Why did meat suddenly go apoplectic? Like, one day it was kind of high. It was kind of high, but it wasn't that high. And then all of a sudden, like within a week, you heard inflation, and meat like tripled. Why? I'll tell you, where I live, there are options. There's Walmart, there's King Soopers, there's Safeway. There's a local butcher. There's an Asian market, which I haven't been to the Asian market, but there are other options. There's also the World Wide Web where you can order stuff online, get it shipped to you. Now, I haven't looked at any of those options, but I can tell you that King Soopers doubled, Safeway's doubled, Walmart doubled. My local butcher didn't double. My local butcher stayed the same. That is a sign of not dealing with a greedy company. You have to shop for better prices. You have to get your ego out of the way. Paying $70,000 for a vehicle is ridiculous. If I had a child who bought a car for $70,000, I would disown them. Disown. Don't come to me for money because I'm not paying for it. Who pays that much money for a car? And those people that are willing to pay that, those are the people you need to be pissed off at, because they're the ones that told the car dealer they could get away with it. It doesn't cost that much money to make a car. Outcome, final advice. Don't accept being in denial, walking away. Be willing to walk away. Queen of Wands in reverse. The Tower. The Knight of Swords. And the Moon. And I know there's a whole lot there. There is a whole lot there. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. Horseshoe. Good luck. Take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. May. That is Very odd. Chair filled May. There is a change in leadership that's coming. And what that means, I'm not entirely sure. There is a Queen of Wands in the reverse. There's a Tower. There is a Knight of Swords in the reverse. The Knight of Swords in the reverse is kind of like, I don't know, somebody like picking a fight when they really shouldn't pick a fight. Like, they're picking a fight because they think they're right. They think they're justified. They think that everything that they're saying or everything that they're thinking is gospel, or I don't know what you'd call it. But it's not. It's actually flawed. There's some thing there that once they start this, it is going to open a big fat can of worms, and they're not going to be able to get out of it. And there is a separation. There is someone leaving a leadership position. Somebody is walking away. It looks like possibly in May. They will be replaced. I don't know if this is new job or career. This could be you. This could be you. This could be you. This could be you deciding that you're tired of being played. You're tired of being manipulated. You're tired of being lied to. This could be you. This could be you getting to a point where you say, enough is enough. I'm going home. I'm going to take care of my kids. I'm going to take care of my family. And you all can take your commercialism and your consumerism and all of your BS and bite rocks. That could be you. That could be you deciding that internet isn't important. Cable isn't important. Food is important. Loving your family is important. A lack of stress is important. Yeah. That could be a whole lot of people. Come May. Come May, there could be a whole lot of people that just say, you know what? I'm done playing this game. I'm not doing it anymore. And that will be the beginning of a better life for many people. We decide if we're going to play the game or not. We decide who manipulates us, who lies to us, who cheats on us, who treats us badly. And I'm telling you, this is not about your best friend or your husband or your boyfriend. This is about everybody. This is about your best friend. This is about your husband. This is about your boyfriend. This is about your government. This is about your school district. This is about your store. This is about how you're treated, period. Who's being greedy? Who's taking from you? Who is lining their pockets with your hard work? And don't wait for somebody else to fix it. You have the power to fix it yourself. And together, you all have ultimate power. Ultimate power. If you all decide that you want internet service for $25 a month, you can have it. You can have it. You can cancel your service and you can tell them, I'm not paying more than $25. Just go ahead and call me when it hits to 25. I'm not working a fourth job to pay for my internet service. Cancel it. Instead of complaining, crying on the internet about how hard it is, how difficult it is, how cheated you feel, start saying, okay, I've decided that internet service $50 cap. That's it. That's all I want. $50 cap. I won't pay any more for $50. Does anybody know of anybody who has internet service for $50 a month? That's what I can afford. And if you can instigate other people to do the same thing, you can take control of internet service and not have to pay $200 a month for it. That's ridiculous. It's greedy. And it's wrong. And it's making your life harder. And everything functions off of your life, your job, and your taxes. You understand that, right? You understand you're the boss. You understand you're the boss. You're the one who makes the decisions. You can't get internet service for what you want? Don't have it. Believe me, if everybody can stand together and stop that, you will have internet service in 3 months for a quarter of what you get it for now. You have got to be willing to stop it, to shut it off. And you got to start teaching these people. You don't even have to know these people. You have to start teaching these people how to treat you, how to get your favor, because they've lost their freaking minds. They are treating people like absolute crap. They're doing what they want to do. They're being greedy, and they're walking a thin line. What do you think happens to Pepsi Cola if you stop buying Pepsi products? And I'm not talking about just Pepsi. You got to be careful because they make 500 other products. So if you stop buying Pepsi, but then you turn around and you start buying Mountain Dew, you're still supporting the same company. But what do you think happens to that company if everybody quits buying it? Bye-bye. You don't have to deal with their political stuff, their political agendas, their stuff. You don't have to do that. You don't have to pay the price that they want you to pay. You don't. You can pay whatever price you want to pay. All you got to do is be willing to not Buy it. And convince other people not to buy it too. Anyway, I'm not really sure about this this ending, but it's a time for a separation, and it does have to do with you, and you will decide. You will decide. You will decide what you're separating from. You will decide what you're willing to put up with and what you're not willing to put up with. And I am here to encourage you to expect a whole lot better treatment from everybody. Not just your friends, not just your husband or your boyfriend, everybody. If a company is not treating you right, don't do business with them. If you feel like they're ripping you off, don't do business with them. You control how this goes. You little taxpayer, you little consumer, you may not be mighty, but you're mighty. Love and blessings.